Singapore was looting, there were drunks, there were troops. It was a shocking mess. Bodies everywhere. They had lorries like quarry lorries we have here. They had lorries rolling around the streets, chucking bodies in them, trying to clean the place up. We motored back to our battalion HQ, went back into the battle, if you like, up Bukit Road to our battalion HQ, and I saw my first nip, other than the officer I'd had a meal with, the first nip soldier on duty, on patrol, on the road. We were marched to the railway station, didn't know where we were going.
Now, can I just hold you there? We just jumped ahead a little bit, but from the time that Singapore fell, all the troops have been moved out onto the Changi end of Singapore, and now it's later in 1942, and you are now going, as you just started to tell us, you were going to the railway station.
Yeah.
Did you know where you were going?
No, we were promised. That was the horrible thing. The Japs promised us we were being sent up to almost a land of, wine and honey. Everything beautiful, lovely, all awaiting us up in Thailand.
Now, also, if I now may move you forward, because the story of the movement up on the railway is well known.
Yes.
If it's anything different from being put into these steel coaches with about 30 of you in each one, right, and taking 4 to 5 days to get to Thailand,
yes,
can we now move forward to the point when you've arrived at Ban Pong?
Yes.
And your feelings about things there?
Very quickly, you must know that the railways are not like our railways, so they're only metre gauge, aren't they?
Yeah.
Very, very rough. And living in these steel canisters was appalling. One of our officers fell asleep, legs hanging out, nearly decapitated, and dreadful. So we arrive in Thailand. We were just manhandled off them. It was the filthiest place I've ever seen in my life. It was, 6 to 9 inches thick in black filth.
This is Ban Pong, is it?
Absolutely appalling place. There was no shelter. What was there was already crowded solid. It stunk. It was in a terrible state. There were a few elephants. Pouring with rain. No shelter. Nothing. They were already starting their tricks, smashing people with rifles, getting them off. We finally found an old vegetable store, which was at least something with an etad roof over the top, and we stayed in that and made do. We had to feed ourselves with our own panniers. It was just disgusting. It was appalling.
Was this October 42?
Yeah. This
thank you.
Shocking mess.
Yes.
The Japs had made no provision at all. They wanted us up on the railway. That was their only aim, you see. So from there we marched. Some were fortunate. I believe Tusi was a fortunate group. His battalion went by truck up to Tamakan. But we were unfortunate. We had no transport. We were in this dreadful camp for quite a time, but you know, they wouldn't allow us to hang about. We were sent up. We had to march, and there were so many campsites on the way, mostly full of sick even by then. I can't remember all their names.
The campsites. Yeah. So when you got to Tamarkan, what was your first job, you know, of your men or you in Tamarkan?
Well, Tamarkan had to be had to have a moat built, cut and built right round it. Huts built. So anyone with a knowledge of architecture or building was you know, used to do that. They had some Thai labour. The Thais always used to come in with the etag tiling. It was about 10-foot lengths that they sold, that they prepared, and once we got the main bamboo frame up and the sleeping slats. You know, they used to roof it in, and I suppose you'd say life started from there.
Yeah. Had work commenced on the bridge? The bridges, I should say. Had work commenced on the bridge? I mean, you're close to where the bridge was.
Yes, we didn't, as a battalion, get involved on the bridge. Toos's mob were mostly on that.
Did you see the spans that were brought up?
Oh yes.
Where were they stored?
They were hauled up and some were floated up.
Yes.
But we were immediately parted off to clear jungle, and all I can remember is I never worked on the bridge itself.
No.
I worked on clearing jungle.
Okay. But was that on the other side of the river?
No, this side, because you see, we within a few days were in Chung Kai, and we made Chung Kai our base.
But Chung Kai is on the other side of the river.
It's on the other side.
Yeah, so how did you get over there?
Well, as I told you, I must have walked across the, they had some sort of pontoon thing up, and because I never remember being boated over.
No. Good, thank you.
Yeah, they must have had these pontoons up. The Nips had us on parties very, very soon after getting up onto the mainland. Never lost a day.
No. So were the Argylls with you?
No.
No?
No.
So you're up...
Gordons.
Yes.
Some of the Gordons and all the most of 5-4 Brigade, 5-3 Brigade, you see, had gone up onto the mainland early and had been in the heavy fighting up at Muir and so on. But they had they'd got most of 5-4 Brigade, and they quickly got us on the railway work. There's no question they didn't lose any time whatever.
Now, what work did you physically do when you were a prisoner?